Blazers, and welcome back to InfoFlow from home. Today's Tuesday, June 1st. I'm Allison.
And I'm Sam. In local news, Montgomery County surpassed 70,769 cases of COVID-19 as of Friday, May 28th. According to the Maryland Department of Health, just over 51% of county residents have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19, while 61% have received at least one dose.
In global news, Russia has yet again to hit the U.S. with another cyber attack, Microsoft warns. Just 3 weeks before President Biden is scheduled to meet with Russian President Putin, the hacking group known as Nobilium has sent phishing emails to organizations involved with the international development and human rights work. Although the Kremlin claims to have no knowledge regarding the cyber attacks and its connections to Russia, further investigations are still being made.
For all our foodies out there, by the end of June, Costco will be bringing back their free samples. With their new precautions, the samples will be prepared behind an enclosed plexiglass and will be made in smaller portions. In addition, the famous food court will also make a return with their classic picnic tables, and new churros are expected to emerge on the menu too.
The drone attached to the rover sent to Mars recently, the Ingenuity, had a flight malfunction. One of the pictures taken by the Ingenuity didn't log correctly, throwing off the entire flight path, as the drone stumbled upon until it was corrected. This was the first problem with the Ingenuity, and engineers are already working to solve it.
In the past month, President Biden has been pushing for a renewed investigation into the origins of the coronavirus in China. Over the weekend, China mounted a counter-investigation of COVID in the U.S. The U.S. doesn't care about facts or truth at all. Its only aim is to use the pandemic for stigmatization and political manipulation to shift the blame, says Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Lishan.
DMV police are on the lookout for a white Maserati after a freak road rage shooting. A pedestrian was shot by stray bullets and is expected to recover. The child in the car was left with cuts from broken glass. The incident occurred on the northeast Maryland and D.C. border. Police are alerting the Tacoma Park Middle School and downtown Silver Spring area to be wary of the vehicle.
Now, let's go to Hunter Walterman for information about this year's graduation.
Of the year, the stadium has looked like this. It's been completely empty as students have done school online. But that'll change on June 2nd when seniors take the field for graduation. In addition to their cap and gown, seniors will also need a mask. That's just one of the many ways that graduation will be different this year.
Be patient with us. We are really building the plane as we are flying it.
Principal Renee Johnson explained the difficulty of planning graduation around a patchwork of constantly changing guidelines, while also meeting the needs of students and parents.
Well, we have to follow the CDC and Montgomery County Health and Human Services and County Council. We have to follow all of the guidelines. Parents said to me early on, if we can have in-person graduation, we'll do whatever. We really want, not like last year, they really want to see the kids.
MCPS originally planned for high school graduation to take place at indoor venues. In February, it was announced that Blair's graduation would be at the UMBC Event Center, a 30-minute drive from campus. For many, this was a shock.
Not as big, and so it would only have afforded us 5 tickets. Yeah. It's really far, and I have to be honest, not my choice for us to graduate.
Will the class of 2019 please stand?
Usually, Blair's graduation is held at the University of Maryland's Xfinity Center, but according to Principal Johnson, MCPS was unwilling to foot the bill.
And 4 high schools, not just Blair, so the 4 largest high schools were allowed to graduate from University of Maryland Xfinity Center. But the costs became, according to MCPS, in the upwards of $80,000. And so you think like 2-hour graduation, really? Whereas UMBC was about $17,000.
So MCPS went to Plan B. All high schools are now having graduation in their football stadiums. For senior Billy Scott, it's fitting to end his high school career where it all began.
I think it'll be nice to kind of like finish it out at Blair since we haven't really been able, at least most people haven't been able to be there all year.
Especially since he wasn't sure if it was going to happen in the first place.
I mean, I'm just grateful to even have a graduation because I thought we weren't going to have one.
Even with all of the drama surrounding school reopenings and the plans for graduation, Principal Johnson wants June 2nd to focus on what's important.
And, I hear so much static about our kids haven't had a full year of school. Our kids aren't learning. Our kids are amazing. The senior class is amazing, like scholarships and acceptances to college and just amazing. Better than maybe classes in the past who have been in high school 4 years.
Now, seniors, if you've gotten used to waking up at 8:59 a.m., you're going to have to get up a little bit earlier on Wednesday since students and parents are expected to be at the field at 7:30 a.m. But you actually want to get here a little bit earlier since parking is expected to fill up fast. For BNC News, I'm Hunter Walterman.
Thanks, Hunter. Congratulations to all the seniors that will be graduating tomorrow.
The Montgomery County Council has approved this year's $6 billion operating budget and $200,000 increase from last year's. A majority of the funds will be used for Montgomery County Public Schools, COVID-19 relief, expansion of child care services, and other public services as well.
Several DC public schools are set to open vaccine clinics today. Anyone ages 12 and over will be able to receive a vaccination there, but those under 18 must have a consent form signed by their parent or guardian to receive a dose. Each clinic has its own operating hours, so to see the locations and hours, please go to the link below.
That's all for today's show. Check out our website at bnconline.net to submit any announcements, and follow us on Instagram at bnc_Blair and on Twitter at bncblair. We'll be back on Friday with the latest edition of InfoFlow from home. If you haven't already, go get vaccinated and stay safe. Have a terrific Tuesday, Blazers.